Hey, it's not a rerun. I know I'm playing the same bass line, but I don't know. Just some kind of little short tag at the beginning of the pod. You know what I mean?
I like it.
I like it too. It's kind of funky.
Kind of funky.
Makes you want to shake your head.
Makes you want to blink twice.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like that, Josh.
Mm-hmm. Not that that's the movie we're going to watch. We're going to talk about today. Blink twice. But yeah.
Oh, right. So whenever we say the name of the movie, we all have to blink twice.
Yeah, can't blink unless we say blink twice. What? That's going to be horrible.
Are we supposed to yell?
The word of the day. Remember when we used to do word of the day?
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't we do the word of the day anymore?
I don't know.
Because we haven't come up with a good word.
Remember when we used to have the bus? That's the reason why we have the logo of the bus.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to all our. Yeah, I don't have the on this one because I had to redo the panel. Oh. But I'll get it again. Shout out to all our Club 3P out there who get the special 3P privileges of being on the bus with us at the end of the apocalyptic world.
Yep.
Yes, which is coming very soon. It might be around like Tuesday. Well, maybe about Wednesday morning, about 3 a.m.
Hey, we will not say that it's next Monday. No,
Tuesday.
Yeah. So it'll be about Wednesday morning.
It's not going to be instantaneous, Deborah. Cobweb.
It'll be about Wednesday morning, about 3 a.m.
Y'all are some naysayers, just mean and just bad. What's the word I'm looking for? Can't have bad thoughts. Put some positivity. That
bro. I am the man of positivity. How could you think that I am not? I am the positive when there is no more positive to give.
Sure.
Man,
you said that real sarcastically, Dad. I don't even like the way that came out.
Look. We're not going to get into politics here or anything like that. But no matter who wins, no, because that's what you were hinting about. That's what Deb was hinting about. That's what I was secretly hinting about too. No matter who wins,
this is true.
Be it he, be it she, be it they, them, whatever, whoever it is, right? Hopefully, whoever it is does the positive things that whoever they are says they're going to do. That's all I'm saying.
Let's just rock and roll with it, baby.
Both of them have been saying some positive stuff that they're going to do some positive stuff and some good stuff. They're both lying, but
I believe one more than the other.
Hey. It's funny.
We're not going to get into this. We're not going to get into this, Deb. We are not going to get into this tonight.
She's got her belief system, and I believe the whole thing is wrestling. The whole thing, everything is just wrestling.
Everything breaks down to wrestling,
just like the NFL. It's all it's yeah.
And I'm starting to believe that on the NFL.
Well, they're no longer allegedly they're no longer a sports. What's the word I'm looking for? Not foundation, a sports corporation. They are an entertainment company. Look it up if you don't believe me. Look it up if you don't believe me. They're listed exactly the same thing as the WWE.
Why you got to put in the E?
And why you got to bring up old stuff?
And then if you notice, some games like I don't know those.
We're
refs.
Definitely not saying Patrick Mahomes or anything like that. But you know what I'm waiting for?
You to start the intro?
Yeah.
Well, start it.
Yeah.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, cast the pod.com. You can find us with all that stuff and all that good stuff and all that cobwebs out there. Feeling the music, the vibe, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. It's podcast. It's podcast time.
Yes, it is. Oh, I love it, baby.
That's one of my top 5 favorite movies. I don't give a fuck if it's. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to be saying fuck shit. and all that stuff no more.
How the fuck not?
Huh?
I thought this was my safe space.
So with that being said, right? You've already heard the warning. You already have been warned. We have to give you another warning after the warning. Because when you start this movie, it has a warning. That warning, this movie has situations that are upsetting and
that might trigger you.
That might trigger you because it has the power of one person over another person. And
you might have to run to your safe space.
It's a fictional movie that is obviously based on the whole Epstein.
Slow down.
Definitely modeled after a certain island or a certain P. Diddy's house.
Stop. Just stop. These people have lawyers.
There we go. Allegedly, somebody's island or somebody's mansion. P. Diddy is still innocent until proven guilty.
This is right here. You know what? This whole episode is going to be an alleged episode. This episode never happened.
Alleged.
Right. This is all alleged in here. This movie we never did this.
This movie was trying to tell us what was going on.
If this was what's going on and what was going, which I do believe,
the word of the day is definitely not allegedly.
Well, at least you have something that sounds like what it's supposed to sound like.
That was me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look. I'm gonna turn the logo on my cup around. That way nobody knows where it's from.
Not everybody would know.
Anybody from Texas would definitely not know.
Nope.
I have never tried that before. That's
what?
What, a drink?
No, that spot.
Definitely not Whataburger.
I've never been to Whataburger.
This month, after you Colorado, you Chicago people stole it from us, took it from us.
What are you talking about, bro?
Oh,
bro,
yeah,
Chicago bought. Well, hey, that's the fault of whoever fucking ran the money out and needed to sell it. But I mean, that's regardless and beyond the point. But some Chicago company went and bought it and changed the size of the burgers. I mean, it's still great, but it's not what it was. I'm just saying.
It's different.
Hey, all I did was just help out with the toaster. You're welcome. How's your buns?
No.
On the toaster. Or the bread? Are they even?
Toasted well. I'll say that.
No.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Man, I got to get a less good camera. I'm looking at these wrinkles on my head. Look at the veins and shit on the side of my...
You know, because this is all about this movie, bro. This is all about Blink Twice. You know,
my scars?
Wow, oh my God. Somebody hit you upside the head with a 2x4?
Oh, bro, look. What's on this side? I forget what side I'm all cut up on. And anyways, regardless, that's neither here nor there. Definitely not having anything to do with my current brain situation. But... yeah, we're going to talk about Blink Twice. So, are we going to do like we did before where we throw out our scores and all that?
It's up to you.
We can do that. I kind of like that idea, man, so that we don't have to worry about it later on, you know? I mean, read it. Can we read it? I'm MDib first?
The MDibs. All right.
That way, I think I was thinking about it and I kind of like it now because people can like hear
our rating and not get spoiled, and
then they can pause it, go watch the movie, and then come back and we
won't lose the hit. We'll actually get a hit from it. Yeah, nice.
Yep,
nice.
Just be thinking, bro. She be thinking.
I'm trying
she be thinking.
I'm hugging the people out there. I tell you, these podcast courses I take and all that say that you're supposed to show your hands more so the people out there know you're talking to them. I mean, I need y'all to know I'm talking to y'all. It's just I try not to use my hand, bro. I had this friend. I won't say what his name is in junior high, right? And it definitely wasn't Miss Thomas in science class that tied his hands behind him in the chair to prove that he couldn't talk without using his hands. He could not talk. He couldn't say his name. He couldn't say help. He couldn't say
serious?
Me. Yeah.
What was the problem?
He had to talk with everything he said, his hands. And you know how some people talk and as they're talking, they're pointing like, hey, look, I'm talking towards you. Yes, definitely, whatever. And you kind of get their gestures as they're talking. His hands would just have to be moving it. Like it made no sense as he was talking. So she was like, well, sit in your chair.
Maybe he should go into sign language or something like that.
No, because it didn't mean anything what he was doing.
Shit.
People are like fictional characters, rhinos and bullshit and all that stuff. No, he was just like excellent. But anyways, back to the MDib. Are we recording 10 minutes into this shit?
And you're not recording.
All right.
That would suck.
Hold on. When tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida, did she not get a last name? At his fundraising gala, he invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. As strange things start to happen, Frida questions her reality. That's the one from the man.
Woo!
Let's read the one from the people. When tech billionaire Slater King, this sounds familiar, meets cocktail waitress Frida okay, join him and his friends. That sounds like the man has invaded the people. Okay, here's the different part. Same thing I read on the first one. It's paradise. Wild nights blend into sun-soaked days, and everyone's having a great time. Nobody wants this trip to end, but as strange things start to happen, Frida begins to question her reality. Something is wrong with this place. She'll never have to uncover the truth. She'll have to uncover the truth if she wants to make it out of this party alive. And it was written by MGM. They invaded the people's space.
Oh my God. You know,
these
corporations today just can't let us have any fun.
Nothing. We can't have nothing nice because of these people.
What happened was that they heard our podcast and then they're like, oh, we can't have the people do that.
Oh.
Yeah. And so they took over.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Man. The man. This is all about the man.
Oh.
What was that?
Yeah. Myself.
There was some.
How'd you hit yourself with the mic, Deborah?
I hit myself with this thing.
Bro, did I ever tell you the story? Deborah, bro, I've gotten so many.
I thought we were doing scores.
Oh, we can. Let's talk about us real quick. I have gotten.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got lost.
So many ugly looks and bad looks because Deborah's walked around with black eyes or a knot on her head and all that. Because she's 4'11", I'm 6 foot, 5'11" when my back's all jacked up, you know. And back in the day when we got together when I was 17, I looked like I was like 30, and she looked like she was like 12. You know, so we're walking around. Even back then, she was self-accidentally herself, and I'm catching the look. It's bad enough I'm catching the look regular. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And you know,
I get you, but it's more like this: the people that don't understand, women that are typically, you know,
clutches,
that are being, you know, abused like that. May I say, you know, they try to cover it up. They try to cover it up. Deb's walking around like, "Hey, look, I got a black eye. If you want to know, I'll tell you why."
look. One time, I mean, you know, she's a cancer survivor and all that stuff. One time, she got up, right. She got up, walked to the door. She's like, I can't see. Right?
What?
And passed out. As she passed out, she goes forward, boom, hits her face on the wall. I pop up and catch her before her head hits the ground. Right? I call 911. We were living with her parents at the time in a back garage thing. Right? I call 911, bang on the door to her parents' house. Hey, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. You know. Paramedics get there, they're looking at her and this and that. And I understand they got to ask questions. They have to ask questions and, you know, but take care of her and has somebody else ask the question instead of not worrying about her, you know. And, and they're trying to hint not so quietly, like to her mom and dad, you know, they're in earshot and I can hear, you know. And it's like, yes, I poisoned her liver or whatever is going wrong with her and made her pass out and hit the door and then called the 911. Man. Anyways, back to...
You got triggered there, brother.
Yes.
You got triggered there.
Yes.
I thought you were going to talk about the time I stepped down from the curb.
Dude, she stepped down from a curb.
So she hit her head on the doorknob?
No, I hit my nose on the door.
On the door. No, but the time she's talking about, we talked about it on the podcast before, Deborah. Where she hit herself on the car door as she was stepping down from the curb.
I opened the door and stepped down. She had a black eye,
right? And then for those of y'all that haven't heard, God, bless the souls and the hearts, and hopefully you get some strength and some help to anyone who's dealing with any kind of abuse or anything like that. This is the trigger episode. You have been warned and been warned and been warned, but
multiple times.
But Deborah's there with her black eye, and it's the raccoon eye where it's like the line where it's all yellow and purple and black and all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's bad.
Yeah, the shiner.
It's bad. And everywhere we go. Anyways, people are like, what happened? What's going on? And Deb's like, I hit myself with the door.
I didn't sound like that,
bro.
Oh my god,
bro.
What was I supposed to say? That's what happened.
You were supposed to say, I stepped off the curb and my dumbass hit myself with the door, or say,
I did say that afterwards.
Or when people,
how do you go outside?
When people ask you that, you could have been like, oh, Josh punched me in the face. Nobody's going to believe that I punched you in the face if you say, Josh punched me in the face. But if you say, I hit myself with the door, that's what battered spouses say.
No. So true. You are 100% right on that.
Man. And then I get the looks, though.
The evil eye snake eyes. That's not your fault. It's not your fault.
So if anybody was wondering why my eyes are crossed more than normal, because I have Cobweb over here on this side, and I'm trying to look. I'm going to straighten that up over here. All right, see if that helps a little. Shit! Now I lost the screen. All right, we're going into our rating for this movie. Ladies first. Can we still say ladies first? We can say it here.
We can say whatever we want. We on Cast of the Pod, baby.
Yep.
Ladies first. Deb.
So, let me see. What do I say about this movie? This movie I thought was great. Out of a 10, I give this movie a 10. This movie, from the beginning, I was kind of but then it just got really good. It just got good. It got really good. And I always complain about how Josh talks about women in power, or how do you say it, Josh?
Chick flick movies.
Yeah.
This is definitely not a chick flick, a girl power.
Girl power.
This is definitely a girl power.
I don't like girl power movies. This movie was awesome, and I recommend people to watch it.
Cheesy, bad girl power movies. Like, we're gonna make a girl power movie. Just make Aliens. Aliens is a girl power movie. That's how you do it. Make a girl power movie.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Blink Twice is a girl power movie, and this is how you do a girl power movie.
Yep.
Who's next, Cobweb? You or I?
I got it. I'm gonna be honest with you. This movie really upset me throughout the entire movie, because you know what's going on, and you just don't want to see it completely unravel, because you know, because of the warning. And it really does take and pulls out of what's going on right now in today's culture, and which is so big that it's really kind of scary, because you kind of think this is kind of true, and that's the scary part about this. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because of the importance of this, and this is something that we all need to be aware of, especially young women in today's society. When you go out to places like this, I'm going to give this movie a 10 as well.
What? Cobweb with the 10. Oh, man. I didn't know we were going to do this. I didn't know it was going to happen. But have we ever scored a perfect movie before here at Cast of the Pod?
I think so.
Yes.
I need to go back and listen to every episode, start writing it down. I've said that over the past year.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
You know what? Let's take turns. We'll split the movie. We'll split the episodes. Deb gets 10, I get 10, you get 10, blah, blah, blah. We'll write down the scores and all that stuff.
Gremlins got a 10, perfect score.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gremlins. Look at Cobweb with the memory over there. Paul flexing his brain power and shit.
I try sometimes. I got a little bit left.
So
just a little bit.
Deb gave it a 10 plus Cobweb's 10 plus my 9.9. No, I'm kidding.
Just give it a 10.
Jeez, bro. 9.9. Why you got to go against the roll?
9. 9.9999999.
We gave it a perfect. We gave it a 30. Zoe Saldana's debut, directorial debut.
Beautiful. Magnifique.
Man.
I only wanted to watch it because it has Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum?
Channing.
He did a great job in this movie as well.
Who knew he was so good at being an asshole?
Bro, you always knew he was. He had that quality in him. You know, you could always see it. Me personally, okay. Let me tell you. Okay, let's straight up. Who was you guys' character that you really did hate? With the exception of Tatum. Who did you despise?
Who was the actor? We didn't even go over who the actors were.
Go ahead.
So Naomi Ackie.
I think mine was Christian Slater.
Dude, Christian Slater was the one. Channing Tatum, Aaliyah Shawkat, who, by the way, is in a show called The Old Man. Awesome. Awesome. Right. The whole time I'm like, that's Jess. That's the girl with the lighter. I'm like, who is she? Why does she look familiar? For me, it was kind of a tie-up between Christian Slater and Simon Rex.
Who was Simon Rex?
Simon Rex was the one that was having fun with the guy.
He was the tall, skinny guy?
Tall, skinny guy, yeah.
Cook?
Yes, the one with the sushi knife.
Oh, my God. I'm glad I didn't see that part.
No, well, you don't. Well, no, he loses the sushi knife. He doesn't. That's the.
I'm just saying the whole concept of, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah.
And I See Dead People was in the movie too. Haley Joel Osment.
Oh,
who was the one that was he the one that got his face smashed in?
No, it was Slater.
Christian Slater. Yeah.
All I know deserves so.
So this is going to be one of those episodes. It's going to be only like 30 minutes.
Oh no, I got you right now. You know who I hated?
Who?
I hated old girl. What was her name? His assistant.
Gina Davis.
Yes, I hated her ass. I hated her ass.
Before we get into why it was so easy to hate her, because that's let's talk about it, and then we'll get to the end, and then talk about why you hate her, if you don't mind.
Oh,
because it makes more sense if you find out what she says and does at the end.
Ooh.
Or look, we'll just say it.
This is right. It's people like her. Why people can't get ahead in this world.
Well, you don't realize that until the end. We'll talk about what happens.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's a hardworking Frida, right? And she's a server, right? Like a food server, like
the waitress,
like for places that not necessarily a waitress.
Catering company.
Yes, exactly. And they cater to higher name, bigger brands, and all that. And Channing Tatum would be like. Who would you say he'd be like?
Him?
He was like a tech conglomerate or something like that.
Yeah, that was F. We called him Mr. E.
He was like a young Mr. E. He was like a young Steve Jobs position, not Steve Jobs' life or anything like that. And you see at the beginning of the movie where he hurt people's feelings and they press charges against him and there's going to be lawsuits, and now he's gone off to better himself. And now he's cutting himself off of social media, and he's done all this stuff, and he takes like a year off, and now he's back, and he's changed, and he's a philanthropist, and blah 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 blah. Yeah.
You know what hurts? What hurts so much?
Pain. Pain hurts.
about this when I just started realizing it, and it really starts thinking into me. I'll leave it for the end. I got to write that down.
Right,
because this junk right here, I don't want to spoil it anymore because I just really thought about something about this, about how sick this motherfucker was.
Yes.
And
dude,
yeah,
there is a twist.
He's a fucking piece of work.
There's a twist in this movie that this is the type of horror movie we've talked about it before. You know, I joke around about not watching the devil shit and stuff like that, but realistic, real life horrible shit is the type of horror I hate. The definitely can happen, has happened, will happen type shit.
Right.
This is one of those movies. But so Frida is obsessed with Channing Tatum's character, Slater. It's weird calling him Slater since Christian Slater's in the movie. I'm just gonna call him Channing Tatum.
Okay.
That way we don't.
But we can call him Mr. E.
Mr. E. She's obsessed with him, and she's looking for a chance to bump into him at the place that they're working. And her best friend Jess are working the event, and it happens to be one of his events, and she's all like, all happy and everything like that. And she sneaks in some gowns, some ball gowns, or what are they called? Is that right? Ball gowns?
Yeah.
And her and
formal attire.
Yes, formal attire. Her and Jess walk out on their jobs. They're horrible food servers. True that. And then they're there, and she falls and trips, and there's her white knight in shining armor to help her up, and it's Channing Tatum. And then he seems like intrigued with her, and he seems interested in her, and blah blah blah. And they're talking, and then all these other people come by, and then he kind of like walks away, and she's like, "Oh, I blew my shot, whatever." Blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes back, and he's like introducing his rich and famous friends. This is Frida. She's blah 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 blah. And then like the night goes on, and then it looks like he's walking off on her again, and then he comes back. He's like, "Hey, I know this is kind of weird, but you want to go to my island?" Ladies.
No matter
gentlemen,
how much money
theys, thems,
or good
who's
looking they are,
jeez Louise, bro.
Who
the fuck?
If you've got no problem with your orifexes getting blown out and stretched out and people doing horrible things to you, then more power to you. But if anybody ever says you want to go to my island, say no.
No, it's okay.
Why would you want to go to an island? Let's understand it. Some man asks you that you don't really possibly know. Well, asks you to go to his infatuated, takes you on a trip to his private island where you don't, and you tell no one where you're going and who you're with.
Again,
you're just going to.
We did this. Did we say this?
Why? What? No. You know. Let me tell you why. Because like Zoe said, she said, "Can we have been this stupid?" Yes, we were. We were this fucking stupid.
You know what the name of this movie originally was, and they had to talk Zoe Saldana out of it. They were like, "Look,
and Zoe Kravitz."
It's not Zoe Kravitz.
It is Kravitz.
Oh my God, it's Zoe Kravitz.
What are you talking about? Yeah, did he miss something?
It's Zoe Kravitz.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I've been calling her Saldana all this time.
That was the second time. It's okay.
But I mean, she's Catwoman. How am I gonna miss Catwoman?
You said Zoe.
It's Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
It's the name. Yes, it's Lenny Kravitz's daughter. Zoe Saldana and Lenny Kravitz. And Zoe Kravitz look nothing alike.
And Lisa Bonet's daughter.
That's the Zoe Kravitz. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we should do Angel Heart.
Well, we need to do Thunderheart first for Matt Martinez. I'm just saying.
We're waiting.
No.
Zoe all right, so Kravitz, go ahead.
They were like, Zoe, you can't do this. You can't do this. And they're like, yeah. She's like, I want to do this. And they're like, no, you're not going to be able to sell it. Nobody's going to pick it up. You have to change the name of the movie. You know what she wanted to call this movie?
What did she want to call it?
Pussy Island.
Yeah, they get. I think so too. I like Blink Twice too. I think that was one of the times where they say you should listen. You take advice, take the advice.
Just go for it.
Right, that's the one like Hookbook was saying on his new album. Like sometimes like maybe I should have took the advice of some people. This is one where she took the advice of some people right here.
Portlangelis 2, now out from Cookbook, the PR, and Sherbert, or just Cookbook and Sherbert. Portlangelis 2. Check it out. But yeah. So Pussy Island.
So
somebody
you got music for this?
Phone. That was me.
So let me break this down. Okay. So they get on this plane, this elaborate jet and everything else like that. They get to the island. Right. Now, when they get to the island, it's really nice. It's a really nice spot and everything else like that. And she's looking at the groundkeepers and everything else like that. And one of the Hispanic groundkeepers there that works there, she comes up and she's like, she calls her Red Rabbit or something else like that, right?
Dude,
and
she was Consuela from Family Guy. No, Mr. Superman is not here.
Yes.
It's you.
Red Rabbit.
Red Rabbit. Get away now, Red Rabbit.
Right. And she's like, because she's got like this thing with her fingernails where they're like, different. She paints animal colors on them. And she's like, well, no, that's not my colors. They're blue now. And so she's like wigging out, not thinking about it.
Right.
So they're all having a good time. The day's going nice. It's going fine. But then all of a sudden, we notice that these jokers start doing LSD for dessert.
Well, not only that, there's these weird flowers, and they all get these party bags that have perfumes, and they have everybody's clothes already set up in the correct sizes.
Yes. What was up? And they didn't think nothing of it. How in the world they have exact clothes that would fit them? You know what I'm saying? Is that like a rich thing that you just have just enough clothes for the amount of people that you come and they all fit them perfectly?
Well, you only bring a certain size along. So just
Yeah. And they had all these snakes on the island from time to time.
Come to find out that there's these venomous snakes on the island. So later on, we find out that the flowers that are indigenous to the island cause memory loss. Not only are they doing illicit drugs, but this flower, just from the scent of it and from the any kind of mixture with it, that was probably mixed into some people's drugs, not in the rich people's drugs, but in the regular people's drugs.
Oh, they was putting it in their drinks.
And it was in the drinks. They were
remember the cocktails,
flowers on their heads.
Yeah. They was putting it in their cocktails. It was given to them all day.
We find out that the venomous snakes that are such a problem, right, are actually the venom counteracts the flowers.
It's an antidote.
It's an antidote. Yes.
They didn't know that though, right?
Who?
Shannon Tatum and
yes, he did. That's why they had Consuela and her people just machete and every kind of snake you can see. And the snakes they used in the movies were white boa constrictors, which are not venomous. But they were playing the role of a venomous snake on this island.
Now that's the thing. Now thank God for her. Okay. She was the hero of this movie right here.
Yes.
Because she was bold enough to help her when she didn't need help, when she didn't think she needed help. Because she remembered she left that bucket when she was cleaning her room. And when she opened up that bucket, all those pictures was in there.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was crazy because let me tell you something. Women, do not do illicit drugs like LSD with a bunch of men you don't even know at a place you can't get home to.
She felt comfortable. What? She felt comfortable because she had Jess with her, and she saw all these other women that were there, including a woman that was like on the made up version of Naked and Afraid, and she's like this tough, like workout chick, what would you call it, cross training type person, and all that.
Yeah, Zoe.
and the other one, her partner at the end, the one that helps her out, the one that they hated each other at first. See, that was a good thing. That shows the girl power.
What was her name?
I can't remember what her name was. She was like a former Miss something or another. Sarah.
And what's her real name?
Adria Arjona. Adria Arjona.
She was badass.
She was.
In real life, she was she was like a Miss Guatemala or something like that.
I forgot what movie.
I believe it.
That she was on. Oh, I think Father of the Bride. This is a really good, funny movie.
Her mom was from Puerto Rico. Her dad was from Guatemala. Latin America, singer. Like in real life, she's done tons of shit.
Yeah, there she go.
Yeah,
there she go.
So
because I didn't go ahead, Josh.
Like Frida felt comfortable around her because she thought that all these other chicks, these other ladies, were there already. And even though there was some heat between Frida and Sarah, you know, at least that all these other people and this one, it was like what, 3 other girls and a guy.
Yeah.
Come to find out though that they didn't know anybody either.
Everybody was
single. Everybody was single, had just run into somebody else and
at a party,
and then the same thing as her. They just got carried away. But everybody thought everybody else knew, and everybody was too ashamed to talk to each other and communicate one-on-one.
Yeah,
one-on-one. Sorry, I was listening to the dogs, and find out that they were all strangers there. And I wonder how long they were on that island. How long were they gone?
They didn't know because they kept asking each other, how long have we been here? I don't know. What day is it? I don't know. You know, they had no sense of time of anything, of like how long they've been there on that island. They could have been there for weeks for all they know.
The thing that tripped me out is when I have like these little blank spots and all that, that's how they were doing the movie. She's doing one thing, boom, next thing you know, why are we running? What's going on?
That's the LSD. The LSD. And she took a lot of drops.
Well, all of it though was the flower. It wasn't even it wasn't the LSD. It was all the flower.
Man.
Yeah.
Them women right there. You know, they were on some mess, and I feel sorry for them. You know, because these dudes right here, they took advantage of them a lot. And that whole party, that they went to, those Shangri-Las, was nothing but more that to attract other people to come to the island.
They threw out the net to see what they could catch.
Because you got to think about it, this catering company, he kept hiring over and over again.
Right.
So he was hiring her to come in as one of the people that was going back and forth.
So we get to the big M. Night Shyamalan twist, which was done well in this movie.
It was beautiful.
Zoe Kravitz. We come to find out that Consuela, what was her name? I can't be calling her Consuela. That's messed up.
Yeah.
And she's not on the top of the IMDb, so I can't say.
Oh, her name's Consuela.
Yeah, so we're going to call her Consuela. That Consuela called her Red Rabbit and knew about it. They also talk about that she's got this scar on her eye.
Yeah. And she doesn't even know how she got it.
She doesn't remember how she got it. Maybe she got it when she was a kid. She don't know. Come to find out, last year, she was there and she had her little animal. She had red rabbits on her fingernails. That's why Consuela was calling her Red Rabbit. This was the second time, maybe more, that Channing Tatum's character had drugged her and had her at the island and did things with her and whatever. And he was intrigued by her. He was impressed with her. And because he liked talking to her. Yeah, he liked talking to her when she wasn't all drugged up. But then when he was going to do his finagling.
And it wasn't like this. And it wasn't. And here's the killer part about this. They were all awake at the time this was going on. So they kind of tried to fight back. But because of the intoxication was so high that they couldn't. You know, they couldn't really defend themselves as much as they wanted to against these people that were taking advantage of them. And it was hard. It was hard to watch at times.
Yes. And the drug wasn't just because the drug wouldn't knock them out. They were drinking like crazy and they were doing lines and stuff like crazy and they were taking drops of drugs. But like I said, because of the flower wipes out like 24 to 48 hours of your memory, but they're taking it all day long, constantly. Yeah, and then they're giving them the concentration of it when it's time to make them forget the night before.
The part that like really creeped me out, one of the parts that creeped me out was in the beginning when they're at the dinner or whatever they're at, right?
Are you leaning out of the camera?
No, I'm sitting straight up.
Oh, okay.
And he introduces him to one of his friends and she says, blink twice if I'm in trouble. And she starts laughing and he blinked twice.
The psychiatrist who ended up going to the island, or was he a lawyer? But he ended up,
he was a lawyer.
He ended up being on the island too, doing the same stuff.
And he was scared, and he was like, "Are you sure they're not going to remember this?"
So now we get to the point why Cobweb hated Gina Davis so much. Because so Jess gets bit by a snake.
Yes, she does.
And then she disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out that if you get bit by the snake, if you get the full venom from the snake, you become immune to the flower. So they couldn't make her forget. She knew everything that was going on, and she was cured of the effects of the flower. So they killed her.
Yeah, they did. They killed her.
So Frida starts figuring it out. And
because of the lighter.
That was something else. Consuela had gave her a flask and told her to take a swig of the, and she was like, "Oh," back when she was all drunk and partying,
right?
And it was some of the venom, and it made her sick, but it wasn't enough, like for a snake bite, for it to keep her. But it kind of jarred her loose every now and then.
And then she realized it,
right? And then she tells Sarah, the one from Naked and Afraid, about it, and gives her the anti-venom, the antidote also. And so the two of them start slowly mixing it into the margaritas shots for the other girls, giving them shots and everything like that.
Yep. Because you know what it was? This is what triggered it to make her to remember that. It was because of that lighter. The lighter. Because they were all Jess's lighter. They were all sitting around smoking with Jess's lighter and everything else like that. And when Jess came up missing, she kind of remembered where Jess was. And she was like, "Where's Jess?" And they're like, "Who the heck is Jess? We don't know anybody named Jess. We don't know anybody." And then that's when a girl brought that lighter to her and it said Jess's name on it. And she was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Because even she started kind of like, maybe Jess wasn't here. Maybe, because they know how much they've been partying. They know how much, has been going on. They think they know how much is going on. Man.
Dude woke up with a black eye. I don't even know how I got this.
They were waking up with bruises. They were waking up. Well, they were waking up in the middle of the. Why are we running? And then the people that were chasing them, all the rich people, they're like, "We were playing hide and seek," and they're like, "Oh, okay, yay!"
Yeah.
They were running because they had all snapped out of it at the same time, or they were getting a kick out of doing these things to them while they knew about it, while they were completely awake. They weren't allegedly Cosbying them, like zombified and all that.
No, they were trying to fight back during the whole thing.
At times, they was very lucid. It was very hard.
That's the word I'm looking for. They were lucid about it. And then after it was over, after they got their kicks from torturing these people and these people knowing what was going on, then they would knock them out again and make them forget.
Do the same thing and bring in another batch of people the next night to pay money to come in there and have some fun and do the same thing over and over again. I mean, like, dude, I'm like, I can't understand, dude, you talking about my eye hurt. I mean, you got these jokers running up in you all night you don't even know about. You got to tell me you talking about your eye? I mean, don't nobody notice these body parts are kind of finaggled in the morning?
I hear you.
I would notice something like that in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Tim said me too. Tim said, I think I will remember this. This wasn't like this when I left it this morning. Seems a little bit looser than it was. Than it should be.
Fifth.
I'm just saying. I would know. Ain't nowhere to work. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm like, wait a minute. Who happened?
Well, maybe he didn't want to say anything about other parts. So he was like, "Cause my eye
maybe
wasn't like this."
Maybe he was just happy about not being constipated no more. But needless to say, let's skip past these things.
He was used to it anyway.
Let's skip past that.
Okay.
So yes. that and then she remembers when they decide that they're going to kill Jess, and then he says, "She got bit, she's cured, whatever, blah 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 blah." And then they have the revolt. Christian Slater gets his head smashed with like a big rock, right?
Yeah, because what they did was they started getting the they talked to other girls into doing shots with them, like they were doing shots all day.
Party girls didn't know that they were waking up out of it.
They didn't know anything. They didn't want to know.
So this gets to the thing. Then they find out Gina Davis is taking this shit too, right? And this is the heartbreaker that you were talking about. So she gives Gina Davis a cure, and what happens? You want to talk about why you hate her so much?
Gina Davis wakes up, and she's like, "I did not want to remember what was going on that day." She knew this was going on 100%. She was willing to do the same thing and let them do whatever they wanted to her as well, as long as she couldn't remember.
Well, they weren't doing nothing to her.
You don't know that.
Well, she just didn't want the guilt of knowing that, because she was helping bring these women in. She was helping bring.
She was the one putting.
I saw Gina Davis getting that junk in too. I thought I saw her. I thought it was a lot of people getting worked on, bro.
No,
there was a lot of people getting that work put on.
I don't think she was part of it. I think she put all of it together, and she was the one.
I think that they would have. Let me tell you something about her, because you know what she was like? You know what character she was?
She was the manager.
Who was Epstein? Mr. E's girl.
We are definitely not saying Ghislaine Maxwell on this podcast.
Fuck. Yes, that's JM. That is J. That was her character. That was JM. That's who that was.
Allegedly.
They had that. They had the island. They had E. And what did they do? They had the knockout drug laced up like PD.
Allegedly.
It ain't no alleged. That fool had all that junk laced with that. He had all that baby oil laced with that date drug.
Bro.
That's legit. Bro. Fuck that shit.
No. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Do not discriminate. Don't mess. I lost the fucking word. Don't besmirch the name of the not yet proven guilty P. Diddy. You don't know. You don't know. Maybe he got a problem with being ashy.
The stupidest motherfucker I ever heard of in my life. I used to have respect. I used to wait a minute. Time out.
Don't defend him.
I'm not defending him. I'm just saying. I am definitely not defending him, because if all this stuff comes out true, that's fucking horrible. I'm just saying, because Cobweb brought up baby oil. You don't know. P. Diddy might be allergic to cocoa butter, and so he doesn't get all ashy and shit. He needed baby oil.
Fuck that shit, bro. Let me tell you. This is why I don't like this.
Might have been all fucking flaky and shit, and he couldn't put cocoa butter on it, and then so baby oil instead.
This is what I don't understand.
Look at my elbows. Man.
Okay, let me tell all of this shit. All this shit makes no fucking sense to me at all. He did it. And why would he do it too? It doesn't make any sense. Why would he come back? Why would he?
Are we talking about the movie? Are we talking about the movie?
No, Diddy. I'm talking about Diddy. I'm talking about Diddy.
Allegedly.
No, allegedly. Why would he come back? Why would he come back to the States? Why would he come back?
It's part of the script.
Joe, it don't make no sense. You a billionaire. Why would you come back?
You
knew that this was going. You would have an order 66 in place. You would have an order 66 in place in case something like this happened. If you know what I'm saying, you like, oh, the FBI gonna raid my house today. The ATF, oh, they gonna find my baby oil. Execute orders number 66. Boom, all that shit stop. Motherfucker, fire up the jet. We up out this motherfucker. But no, he gonna come back. Come on, why did E come back? I believe to this day, right now. That E is not dead. That motherfucker is somewhere else, and P is about to be gone somewhere else too.
Are you saying one of these the cameras are going to accidentally turn off during 5 minutes of his unguarded time, and he's going to accidentally be?
That ain't even him in jail. That is not even him in jail. That doesn't make any sense to me. Allegedly, no, that is not him in jail. He is somewhere else. That is a double. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would a billionaire loft? If you doing that type of junk and you saw what they did to E, why would you come back?
You okay?
I'm calming down.
You okay?
I'm all right. But that doesn't make any sense to me. And if he did, he's the stupidest joke on the.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta excuse me. Let me check my blood pressure. Goddamn.
This just in.
What happened?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
So
do we still have a podcast now after that?
So, I don't know. How are we gonna get cut off when we're not even live? Ladies and gentlemen, the thoughts and views of everybody on the podcast are jokes. Them's just jokes. It's not even it's not even their own thoughts and views. It's just we're just playing characters, fictional characters. I'm just
oh shit. That ain't even him.
What up, Shay, with the ooh shit, babe? Ooh, Shay.
All we get is pictures of him that look like him in jail.
I know what you're talking about.
Standing there in court. That ain't even him.
Tatum didn't even make it to jail. Going back to the movie. So here comes the M. Night Shyamalan twist. I thought
break it down.
I thought the twist was that they were, that they admitted they were getting drugged up and all that. So here comes a twist. Everybody, all the girls get killed. Even Sarah got killed, right?
But wait.
But wait. It gets worse.
You forgot the most important part.
What's the most important part?
When they fucking woke up. They woke up. The girls woke up. And
they start killing everybody. That's why I said, got his face smashed. Other one stabbed.
Yeah, that was the girl power, right? That was part of the beginning of the girl power. That was fucking... It made me like sit at the edge of my seat saying, fuck yeah.
They were like, movie. Cut his dick off. I'm like, whoa, hey.
Then
they caught him by surprise. They caught him by surprise. They was not expecting that to happen.
Expecting
that to happen.
Exactly. It's been way too much. Been way too much talk of cutting dicks off on Kaz of the Pod lately. Escape. And
sometimes it needs to be done.
Wow, Deborah.
I'm saying I can agree with.
If we got to lose a dick, we got to lose a dick. You know?
But I'm just saying it's just dicks flying out there way too much as of late. We're making it. That's what I'm saying. Anyways. So then you get to the part where even Sarah died, right? Or did she make it?
Oh, she made it. It was two of them that made it.
Them too.
So Frida and Sarah made it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Frida looked like she got killed though, right? For a while.
No.
Or she got shot or she got slashed or something. Something happened to her.
I think she got shot.
Something happened to her.
She was okay.
Anyways, so it's the end of the movie now, and they're back at Slater's yearly whatever.
Didn't she burn the house though?
Everything burnt. Right? Yeah. And the way she got it though was because he was one of these vape assholes, just vaping all the time. Mm-hmm. And now I'm not saying people that vape are assholes, but the ones that always got to be blowing clouds in people's faces and
look at me, look at me, blah, blah, blah.
I can't walk into the corner store without sucking an electric dick every 15 seconds.
Whoa!
That's what they're doing. If you can't not vape every 30 seconds, you got a problem. If you can't not anything every 30 seconds, you need to fix that shit. Take that fucking...
Oh, they just like the cigarettes, bro. It's the same thing. It's just they're just vaping it.
That's a problem. That's the nicotine problem.
The nicotine.
Yeah. That doesn't make it any better. There's just no need to be fucking blowing clouds in kids' faces and shit like that. And now, if it's the people that, hey, I'm doing cloud tricks or whatever, that's what you're doing. That's fine. That's cool. I've sat down and watched YouTube videos of them blowing the fucking circles and making bubbles and doing all this shit or whatever. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that can't live out their life without every 30 seconds sticking an electric dick in their mouth. That's the people I'm talking about.
Bruh.
And they blow it in your face.
Has that happened to you before?
No, it's just I see them in line. I'm like, really? You're in line right now. You're in line at the fucking post office, and you know they're gonna tell you some shit, and then they get mad like, I'm not smoking. Shut the fuck up. You knew that was gonna. I'm not smoking. I know my rights. Whatever. I've seen that shit. Talking about I know my rights.
Yeah. You got to put it up there now. You got to put it up there. You got to take down the smoking signs and add vaping, smoking or vaping. That's what we have in Chicago. At some places like that. If they have an issue with it, they'll tell you both.
I understand when people are like, you pulled me over. I'm not going to show you my ID. I know my rights. I'm whatever. I know shit like that. Or you're just walking down the street and I don't have to whatever. I understand that. But talking about, I can vape in here. I know my rights. Shut the fuck up. Yes, it's your right, but just don't be a fucking asshole.
Hey, you don't have to exercise all your rights all the time.
Get back out.
But yeah,
I always thought you had to show your ID.
When you're done in the line, go outside, vape. Go in your car, vape. Whatever. Don't. It's free. Just be considerate. Fucking douchebags.
I never understood the people who don't want to show their IDs because it's their right. Just show your fucking ID.
But
just show your ID. No, just show your ID. Get it over with and go on with your day.
The thoughts.
We're not going to get down this ruse of yes, Josh. Give me this. We're going to give this one off right now.
So back.
I always keep my ID on me all the time.
Back to school. Back.
I don't have anything
We're going
to hide.
Back.
You want to see my ID? Here's my ID.
Okay, so
right.
It's the next year after everything's burnt down and everything's whatever, right? And
wait. You didn't tell them what happened with the vape because the vape, we didn't tell them what happened.
That's how I got on this whole electric dick sucking conversation.
Exactly.
He was one of those, always had to vape, right? When she learned about the flowers because of Consuela, right? He's chasing after her and all that, and she fucking packs his vape with the perfume and with the fucking flowers and everything like that, and then hides it and then goes and does something else, lets herself get caught. After she gets caught, he's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and next year we're gonna bring you back, and blah 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 blah. And he's fucking vaping, talking, blah 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 blah. And all of a sudden, after he's vaping, just reset.
Boom. And he hit his head on the goddamn floor, on the edge of the coffee table.
Yep.
Yeah. So she burns everything. Looks like he's dead. But next year, they're having the gala again, right?
Nope.
Yep, and he's there.
And they're like, we'd like to thank the main reason for what's going on, just like how they did before.
Yep.
Right? Miss Frida Slater. She had him, and she looked at him, and she was like, you may speak. And he spoke.
Nope. Cut your steak, honey.
Hey, extra points to anybody who got that line that I said right now. That's an Eddie Murphy joke from back in the day. And he was like, you may speak. And she spoke. But she's the boss now. She kept him as her puppet, and he's there with his little electric dick. Right? And she's like, you can talk. And then right before he talks, she's like, take a hit. And he's like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and he has like a you also noticed that he had like some motor issues as well too.
Yeah.
That from him hitting his head.
Yep.
Because he was having trouble trying to cut his food as well too.
Yeah.
You know, and she took over everything. She took everything from him. Everything
and
from
kept him alive to fucking still torture him.
Oh no, because you know what it was
show everybody.
It was a setup. Because I wanted to know those two guys, because what she was doing was when the people came up to him at the end that was going to his party, she was right. She had the security. They came and got him and took them away like she did old Duke. And I wonder, like, what was they doing with those guys? Because obviously, I don't think that was the feds that took old Dude away. I think that was her private security.
That used to be his private security type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's her private security that does that. You just go disappear.
Yep.
She probably did make you disappear, or either take your money too,
or go spray them with the stuff.
Yep.
And then bring them in. I bet you within a year's time, if the story was to complete, he'd have like a snow skiing run into a tree accident. Or parachuting and forgot his parachute accident.
He forgot. Or she don't give a fuck and just drop his ass off on that goddamn island.
Or fall off the 3rd-story balcony while, allegedly like that guy that just recently unalived himself. Allegedly.
Yeah. Just in it, whatever.
Or like the guy from the TV show Whitest Kids You Know, who was bringing out a whole bunch of stuff like this and then allegedly fell off the side of a building. No,
dude, this movie was too close. It was too close to reality.
Yep.
It was too close to reality.
Saying, if I die within the next 50 years, it wasn't me. I'm just saying.
Here's the killer part. Here's the killer part.
Years, if I die anytime in the next 50 years, look into some kind of suspicious activity. Because
right. Here's the killer part.
Because of this
No. Yeah, exactly. Here's the killer. Let me tell you this.
I don't believe any of this shit. It's all a game. It's all
for entertainment.
Entertainment purposes only.
Blink twice.
Shit.
Fuck it. Oh my God. This dude
I had
right
to
here.
mute my microphone while I chewed some ice. I thought y'all were gonna talk and y'all didn't say shit.
Because I'm sitting up here because it's like I can't fathom how much of an asshole this dude really was. But this is what fucked my head up. Okay, like imagine this. Now she just came out with this movie and they had this whole concept of this forget-me-not spray. Okay, now Diddy allegedly had the same thing going on with him with his baby oil. Now, how was she?
Are you saying that? So, oh shit!
Yes, yes. You didn't catch that? Yes. Diddy had the same thing with his baby oil. He had to forget me not in that, and she had that. Now she just came out with this movie. This movie was made a long time ago, Josh. How long ago did they start the production?
2022. They started writing. She started writing it in 2017.
So, with that being said, she knew about this junk a long time ago. She must have been talking to Cat. I'm just saying that was too close to real, and it came out right now. And it was this close. It's not like they just made this movie last week and got together and put it together. And they just dropped this dime on him about the baby oil. This is what I'm saying.
Actual filming began June 23rd, 2022, with production occurring in Mexico.
We had no idea about baby oil was that bad back then.
Oh, this was a cool part I wanted to talk about.
There's a cool part?
There was a cool part about this.
What?
Right?
What?
Okay.
They discussed Cody, right? Cody was... Who was Cody? Simon Rex. Right?
Okay.
Whatchamacallit? They were talking about his knife, and he was looking for his Hanzo knife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hanzo Hattori was the knife maker from Kill Bill.
Okay.
And whatchamacallit's kid is in this movie. Uma Thurman's kid's in this movie. I can't remember who her kid is.
Okay.
Was it like Heather?
Heather.
No, but Uma Thurman from
Kill Bill.
From Kill Bill.
Yeah, okay.
And her Hanzo Hatashi. Now I'm all trying to remember. Her
Hanzo Hatashi.
Hattori Hanzo sword. I'm thinking of Mortal Kombat now. Her Hattori Hanzo sword is her sword in Kill Bill. And then they have in this movie where her kid's at, they have a Hanzo knife from Okinawa, which is just a nice little.
Like, hey, Kill Bill.
Yeah.
And I get that because they went all ape shit crazy on their asses like they should have in this mug, like Irma did in that movie. Straight up. You know, that shit was badass though. They got everything they deserve. They deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. And Christian Slater's laying up there with his jaw broke up. Hey, I need a doctor.
There was some painful kills and some painful. Didn't somebody get cut across the back of the ankle?
Yes.
That's always a painful looking thing. Oh, you know who else is in this movie? I just did the clap while talking. How millennial is that? Do you know who else is in this movie?
Stop.
Who, Josh?
Kyle MacLachlan. That's the guy from Twin Peaks and Paul Atreides from the original Dune movie.
I never saw the original Dune movie. And I never saw Twin Peaks. That's some white people shit.
Oh, my God.
It is. You tell me one black person that ever seen that show, Twin Peaks.
Tons of black people.
Bullshit.
Black people. Black people. Black people.
I don't know, not one.
Do me a favor, black people. Point out that you are not bound by the constraints of white people shit, black people shit. You can broaden your horizon and write in, call in, and anybody who happens to know a black person or black people that know other black people, and you know that they've seen Twin Peaks or Dune, share the podcast with them. That way they can hear that we stand with. I don't know if Cobweb stands with them.
Wait.
But I do.
That's all the black people you're gonna hear. You're gonna hear this noise right here.
Guarantee you, I guarantee you.
It ain't gonna be done, bro. I mean, you ain't watch no damn Twin Peaks. It was all watching Martin.
You can watch Martin and Twin Peaks and enjoy both?
Bullshit. We ain't have TiVo. It's one or the other.
It wasn't at the same time, man. Reruns. That's 30 years ago. You got time to see shit.
When it came on, that was it. Unless you had a VCR. That was it. It came on. Shows used to come on once a week. You watched it when they came on, and that was it. Unless it was in reruns on some other show.
You can tell me black people don't listen to punk music.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I did not say that black people don't listen to punk music. I said don't be trying to put words in my mouth, Josh, and trying to be the black culture here, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me. That ain't my type of kill, bro. I know what my people be doing, man. I know what we be doing. We be listening to punk music and all this shit, but we don't watch no motherfucking Twin Peaks.
Are you telling?
They don't do it. Are you trying to tell me what black people do?
My brothers and sisters that are blurs. You know what blurs are?
What are blurs, Josh? Enlighten me on this one.
Well, my brother and sister nerds all just considered ourselves nerds, but now because everybody has to stick titles on race because how it is now black nerds are calling themselves blurs because before we were just nerds all together. It didn't matter what our skin looked like or anything like that. But now younger kids that are blurs are calling themselves blurs. So guess what blurs will watch? Blurs will watch Twin Peaks. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying
this. They can't do this.
Blurs rise.
They can't be segregating nerdism. This is just wrong. I ain't know about no shit like that, man. I ain't never heard no junk like that. You a nerd. Ain't no such thing wrong with that, man.
Well,
gosh, the nerds are one of the ones that are making the world go round now.
Well, because how the world is now, and even though we're trying to be less prejudiced and less racist and stuff like that, everything has to have a fucking title now, which is more racist than ever before. So now instead of just being nerds, now there's blurs.
Maybe we can get some of that spray. Just start passing it out to jokers that we just need spray. Who was the first person you would spray?
Shit. I'd put tanks of that shit in those fucking airplanes that are spraying aluminum and arsenic and all that shit that's giving everybody fucking Alzheimer's disease in the airplanes, allegedly.
Oh, I'll spray that junk. Oh, Big Farm? You spray it right over Big Farm?
Shit. Allegedly. This whole episode, ladies and gentlemen, has been brought to you by the Allegedly Broadcast, where they allegedly talk about shit that has never existed, but yet and still, it might be true. Allegedly.
So while y'all were arguing, I looked up Uma Thurman's kid.
Who's your kid?
Levon Hawke.
Yes, Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's kid.
Yeah, Lucas, the guy.
Yes,
that was their kid.
Excellent. Was Lucas the one that was not having a constipation problem? Yeah, him. Yep.
That was him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I feel so sorry for him.
Simon Rex was the one with the Hanzo knife, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was the one that was stabbing Lucas.
Yeah.
You know what the whole thing is with him was that he had an issue with he got caught up with the wrong group at the end because he didn't get the well, he did personally because he didn't get the shots. Right, the girls only took the shots that he didn't take the shots, but he was generally he should have been on the same side as them because what they were doing to him as well.
But because he was a guy, the girls segregated him out.
Yep.
Yes.
And they shot him right in the head.
Yep.
That was on accident because he stuck his head outside that door.
Yeah.
They told him not to.
Yeah, they told him
not to open the door. Don't open the door. Don't open the door.
Yeah. But he didn't know what was going on. He thought they were still all frenzies and everything like that.
He didn't get it. He didn't understand why it was happening like that. And justifiably so because he was drugged as well.
Yep. Man, I don't even know if we're gonna put this episode out. This is some dangerous.
This is allegedly, bro. Allegedly, this episode happened, and this got to go out.
This was all for entertainment purposes.
Well, I don't consider these topics entertaining whatsoever. Entertaining.
It's so late, Deborah. Shit is fucked up.
This movie garners a 6.5 rating. The highest. Most people give it a 7. Cast a pod. Let me throw it in there. Boom! Right now, 10. 10.
Damn. You can hate me now.
Hey. Don't tell me he was mixing that stuff too.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
What? Nothing.
Nothing. Hey. No. I'm just singing the hook. Singing the hook. Just singing the hook.
He was not part of this movie.
No, that's not part of that.
Deborah don't know. Deborah don't know.
We all good. Let's keep moving forward.
I think we've come to an end.
I think we reached an impasse.
This is all we got, ladies and gentlemen. There's no more left in the tank for this episode because we want to come back and we don't want pillowcases over our heads. Burlap sacks coming. They handed them out.
I want to say,
oh my God.
Look, I know I'm having.
That Williams was right.
I know I've been bringing up touchy situations and all that, but I need to bring up another touchy situation from a movie that I love, and it's a very horrible. I mean, you know, and there's a lot of language and words that can't be said and all that in the movie. But I want to talk about a scene in Django Unchained.
Okay.
Django Unchained?
Yeah, Django.
Today on this episode?
Just real quick, I want to talk about one episode because Halloween just happened. Now, we missed out on a lot of Halloween movies and shit like that because I was sick. And I appreciate y'all standing with us. And we are Castapod. We watch this stuff all year long. So we're not...
Yeah, it's like Halloween's for us all year.
All year. So
right.
I mean, we could have got some bigger numbers if we put more stuff out during October. But we're dealing with my shit. And thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for standing with me. But going back to that, we watch all types of movies. And I noticed in Django... there's a scene when they show the alleged birth of the Klan in the scene, and they all have their all masks, and they're like, Bocephus's wife was nice enough to cut the eye holes out on the whatever, blah blah blah.
Right.
Like,
I remember that part.
See shit, whatever. And that's the whole reason, that's how they all got blown up and everything like that. Because are we gonna do this? Are we not gonna do this? Are we gonna commit to this? Or we're not gonna commit? There was a whole bunch of Klan looking ghosts on my fucking Facebook feed. Where lazy ass motherfuckers. No. I mean, what I'm saying there's a whole bunch of lazy ass motherfuckers on my Facebook feed that was their costume this year, just ghosts.
Oh yeah, I saw a lot of ghosts. It's like you didn't even put thought to it.
Didn't put any thought to it. Didn't even cut the eye holes out right. And every time I saw one, it reminded me of that stupid fucking scene. I had forgot about that scene all these years.
Oh my God.
I swear I saw at least 20 different lazy ass people. And it's like, okay.
They couldn't even do a ghost right.
If you're going to do the ghost, right? Make big fake black eyes with like ink and then find where your eyes are at in the black eyes and just cut little holes right there. So that way at least you look like the Scooby-Doo ghost or something like that. Don't cut big circles for your eyes and then we can see your stupid face and everything like that. Just put the ghost costume over you. Find your eyes. Draw the circles around your eyes. Draw the circle down here for your mouth. You don't have to put it over your real mouth, but that way you have the 3-dot ghost. And then we're in the black circles that you painted for your eyes. Just cut little slits for your eyes. You'll be all right.
Or you could put the little slits. You can put the sunglasses that everybody was wearing.
But sunglasses, yeah. People piss me the fuck off for stupid fucking things, man. I mean, there's a whole bunch of
you got exactly, bro. You got to relax, man.
No. There's big obvious shit in this world that I can't do nothing about. I wish it could get changed and all that, and I can't do nothing about it. So I'm not gonna stress out about that shit, and especially with whatever time we have left and all that. But when it comes to stupid fucking little shit that I can change, like teaching people how to be Scooby-Doo ghosts, then I can do that.
Yeah, because it's only like you said, and we like we said at the beginning of the show, there's not that much stuff left because we only got to like Wednesday, and this is all about over.
Being a Scooby-Doo ghost is the thing to be, not a fucked up Klan member from Django, because that's what y'all look like when y'all did y'all shit wrong. I'm just saying.
Oh shit!
You need to look for the bus.
Cobweb's getting some news in over here.
Wait, I was going to try to hit the button, but I couldn't. I don't think my buttons are working anymore.
It's not the bus. Sounds like fireworks.
Sound like you had some fireworks going off in some bacon grease with putting a walkie-talkie into it with radio static.
Oh shit! Oh wait! I'm just. Oh shit!
And then the car peeled out.
I found a good one today when I was putting up the records. It's the original one.
Nice.
Yeah. This is an original. First print, baby.
Nice.
Boogie Down Productions by any means necessary. I'm sorry, all means necessary.
All means necessary, yeah.
Yep. Written and produced and directed and mixed by KRS-One for Boogie Down Productions. And I'm still number one.
Whatever you do, though, when you place that needle, don't sneeze and no.
It's not going to happen.
Because then I might have to call the police again. That's the sound of the... Man, I'm going to say something else. Many, 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 many years ago, right? Yeah. Deborah and I, we still are in the Insane Clown Posse and all that, and the whole Juggalo world and all that. We're not as Juggalo as Juggalos are now, but because we're old school, you know, and we had wrestling shows that we used to throw, and so we had this one Juggalo, just fucking wrestling, Juggalo Fresh Wrestling, right? And so whenever we play a song, Juggalos have this thing where they say whoop whoop. Now I'm saying it like fucking like the song. That's the sound of the police. But anyways, so whoop whoop. That's what we do, right? When I say stop, no. Two totally different things. So that's the point I'm getting to. The song was like, when I say stomp, you say whoop whoop, stomp whoop whoop, stomp whoop whoop, like right there. So that was like one of our little chants and all that we had hundreds of people here and all that for this show. And so we're doing the show, and there's like three assholes in the crowd that know that it's not that. So whenever the Juggalos are whoop whooping, they're going, "That's the sound of the police." And it's one thing if you don't know, like how you didn't know right now, that's okay. But the trying to fucking troll, that's the same thing as sticking that electric dick in people's mouths, fucking smoking.
Here we go again. Let it go, man. Let it go.
How you gonna be at a Juggalo show and then the three or four?
That's the sound of the police,
which is completely different, right?
Which is completely
different from whoop whoop, right? Completely different. But these three or four people are just like, we got them. No, you didn't. You just made yourself look like assholes. I don't even remember who it was. I wonder if it's anybody that we're cool with now.
They're like, hey, this is about us.
I'm talking about y'all then. Fuck y'all. All right, so that's it. We're done. All our social medias. You can hit us up at Cast of the Pod. If you want to go directly to the Cobweb himself, at Cobweb 411 on IG 411 because he's got that info at Cobweb 411. All right. Shout out to all our Club 3P members that we said at the beginning. Hit us up. Join the pod. People.
We miss you.
Yeah.
You don't.
But thanks for putting up with all our bullshit. Until next time, I'm Josh.
Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
And you have been warned. No, not you have been warned. You've been warned. You've
been warned.
Yeah, it goes like, yeah. All right. I don't think we changed that, have we?
No, it's still the same. All right.
Whoop, whoop.
Peace.